Intro. What's up, YouTube? Thetagem here to collect some knives and take a look at map variant D for Crystal Lake Large. This map has 2 more cabins than the last map did. This is a super easy way to identify the map for a counselor if you start in either Birch Ridge or Springwater Camp and don't start with a map. Hell, it's a super easy way to identify the map variant even if you do start with a map. Take a look at either Birch Ridge or Springwater Camp. If there's one more cabin than usual, this is the map you're on. Take a look at the power box locations on this enhanced map I'm showing. Take a look at the location of the phone house. You will win more counselor games with this info in mind. You can fix the phone before Jason even gets his morph for the second time, assuming he doesn't trap the phone first. I got these enhanced maps from Geekboxing, and a link to the site is in the description of this video. I don't know what I'm going to do for the other maps now because this is the last one on that site. I guess I'll have to make them myself. We'll see. If you want to see more videos like these for the other maps in the game, let me know in the comments section. It's going to be a lot more work from here on out as I'll have to assemble the maps, and I'd like to know that it would be appreciated before I undertake the task. As always, I grab the 2 knives in the shack and then morph to the dock in Birch Ridge. There is absolutely no rhyme or reason for the path I take through the camp. It's just to make it easier for you to follow along if I do the same path each time. There's a knife on this shack by the dock. The next house up on the hill has the power box to power all of Birch Ridge, but I've never found a knife on it. Doesn't mean I don't check every time, though. The inside of this cabin is a configuration that would never have a knife in it for the large maps, so I don't bother opening the door. There's another cabin like this in Springwater Camp, and we'll see that in about 4 or 5 minutes. Next door is another small cabin. This one, however, does have an interior setup that can spawn a knife. It'll be behind the half wall. If this is the first knife walkthrough and map variant video of mine that you've seen, I suggest you check out some of the others, because at this point I don't really have much more information to teach you that I haven't said a million times already. Just know that by doing these you should think of it as more than just practicing for having knives for counselors, although the knives are Jason's best weapon. Learn the quick knife with Jason. Do these walkthroughs, and at the end, try to break the windows with the knives you have to practice your aim. You'll know if you hit your target because the window will shatter. Across the street we have Solid Weld Lodge. Cabins with this nameplate always have knives on the corner inside the front door and on the outside of the house on the bathroom section. I'll use my morph to get to the one outside because, well, practice, that's why. The phone spawns on this house for map variant A, so I'm practicing my morph location. Anyway, up next is a third small cabin for this camp, and it too has a knife behind the half wall inside. And last up for Birch Ridge is the birdcage. There can be a knife on the rear right corner, and our shift should get us there in no time at all. I'll just walk to it for now, though. I don't have my shift yet, but it should be coming in any day now. It's pretty awesome that every location I've gone to has had a knife so far. No editing makes my life easy. Okay, here's our shift. Here's our knife. And our morph is going to be to Camp Hillbrook, and the first cabin there is Zane's shift house. This means there's a knife on the front right corner and no reason to go inside. There's our knife. There's our nameplate. Moving on. You can see the knife on the lamppost from here. There are certain fixtures that are on the map that don't move or change between variants. The knife on the shack by the dock at Birch Ridge is another example. This knife, as well as the next 4 lampposts down Burrow Lane, and the last 4 knives I collect on this map are what I call guaranteed locations. You don't need to memorize the map variant to know that these spots can have knives. Alright, while I was blabbering about that, I shifted behind that cabin to grab the knife there, and got the one next door as well. Now I'll shift to the second lamppost and proceed. Splendid. Okay. Across the street is a small cabin with a knife behind the half wall, and being that I shifted to the lamppost, we're just going to do a brisk walk over there to collect it. It is absolutely remarkable that every knife I've gone to collect so far has been there. I'm in for a world of editing coming up, and I know it. I'll end this walkthrough with either 27 or 28 knives. Only 19 or 20 will spawn in the match, leaving some locations empty. I'll shift on over to the third lamppost. And now it's time for the phone house. Being that this is the phone house, it's a good time to practice our morph. There's a knife inside the front door and one by the phone. I'll collect the one inside and morph to the one outside, except... okay, it isn't there. My first edit. Here we go. Okay, now that we've done that, I'll morph to the phone. See where it puts you? Oh god, I got lost. Memorize that spot, and then grab the knife on the side of the house. My shift is back, so I'll use that to get to the fourth lamppost of interest in this match and collect the knife there. Shifting through the trees, I'm fucking shifting in the... Aw, man, almost made it all the way there. Okay, I'll get the knife here and walk on over to the bathroom. I wish I could morph there, but oh well. There's a knife on the corner furthest from us, and then it's time for Springwater Camp. This camp has 4 cabins, and 3 of them are small. This is not a good guess for where the Tommy house is going to be, as your chances are slim. That's not to say that it can't be there, though. If you're trying to stop the Tommy call, try the power box in the camp that has the most 2-door cabins. The tower will only ever be on one of these. Okay, first up. Not there, another edit. No problemo. The knife next door didn't spawn either, so I'll just kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Edit. Machete. You get the idea. Okay, we can see the knife. Oh, just as I'm telling you, the Tommy house isn't going to be here. There it is. Okay, we'll grab this knife, and we'll shift to the opposite side of the house where we'll catch the next one. But first, back to our other playthrough. There's the knife. And next door, there's a knife on the rear. We can see it coming up. There we go. Once we grab this, you can just morph to the boathouse because the next cabin over never has a knife on it. I'll go over there and look anyway, but there's not going to be anything there. Nothing on this corner. Nothing on this corner. And there's not going to be anything inside either, so on to the boathouse. Alright, it looks like there's nothing there. Looks like there's nothing here. Should be one more knife somewhere. Okay, it's on the tool shed. These last 4 spots, the boathouse, that house on stilts, the tool shed, and the archery range, these are all guaranteed locations. They will spawn on every version of the map. And 3 of the 4 didn't have a knife, so rather than edit it in 3 or 4 different times, we'll just do one playthrough that has all 4, because that's the kind of guy I am. There's your knife on the boathouse. Waiting for my shift. There's our knife here. Terrible shift. Thank God I'm putting this out on the internet for everybody to see. Remember, there's a power box on this cabin. That's going to power down the boathouse, this house, and probably the tool shed too. There's also a power box over by the archery range, and that's the one that's going to power down Springwater Camp. So we saw the Tommy house down there. That's where you take out the power. That's 27. Are we going to end with 28 knives? We certainly are. Fantastic. Hope you guys liked the video. I hope you learned something, and I hope you give these walkthroughs a try. It's really worth it to up your game as both Jason and a counselor. That's it for the prepared maps from Geekboxing. If you want more of these walkthroughs, I'm going to have to make the maps myself. It's not that I can't do it, I can. But just let me know in the comments below if it's a resource you'd want. I hope you find them as useful as I do. In any event, look me up on the PS4. Let's play a match or two. Until then, stay safe out there. Cheers, and happy Friday.